This is LOA Recon with Good Vibe Coach Jeanette Ma, where we explore the ins and outs of conscious creation to manifest our favorite dreams come true. Let's have some fun together. Welcome and thank you for joining me for another episode. I've been thinking lately about the phenomenon of referred pain. I think that's what they call it when, something seems like it's wrong in one area of the body, but it's actually originating somewhere else. Like the time I got familiar with this was when, I don't remember if it started in my fingertips or my shoulder, or maybe it was my elbow. I can't remember where it started, but in the beginning, it was just one little area, not a giant deal, but did it get worse. It started spreading. It eventually got so painful that I couldn't be prone for more than a couple of hours before I had to lay down for pain relief. It was crazy. And all the healers that I was seeing, I've talked about this in other episodes, so I won't go into detail. Although, spoiler alert, the solution was vibrational. But every healer that I went to, they weren't poking or prodding around my fingertips or my shoulder. They were checking out my neck. They were exploring things along my spine. Like they were checking out other areas where I had zero pain. My pain was in my left elbow, fingertips, shoulder, my left arm. No, they were checking out other areas. And I understand now why they were doing that. But at the time, it sure seemed like they didn't know what they were doing. That's the thing about referred pain, where it seems like you're experiencing is not where it originated. And that can make it kind of tricky to know what's really up. Like, something's weird with my left arm. Oh no, that could be a heart attack. Look, it's not every time, but sometimes it really is something in the fingers and nothing to do with your spine. Okay, well, this same thing can happen in manifesting too, where the real kink in the vibration shows up in a different way that can actually mislead us about what's really going on with our vibration. Like, for example, when someone has trouble manifesting romance. It could be because they don't believe true love is possible, or maybe that they don't think good partners are out there, or because they're focusing on all the bad partners they've had in the past, or maybe they don't like the dating process, but they think they have to do it, so they are out there doing something they don't enjoy. Or maybe they just have a deep down fear of rejection, so they're looking to avoid it. It could be those things, but it could also be something that isn't remotely related to romance or relationships. I shouldn't say not remotely related. Everything's related, but it could be something that has nothing to do with their idea of romantic love or other people or the availability of partners. It could be because they don't think much of themselves. Like maybe they're more aware of their own shortcomings and failures than they are what they bring to potential relationships. So they might not be a great match to attracting someone who thinks highly of them. You know what I mean? Oh, in fact, I think I just read J-Lo was crediting Ben at some point. J-Lo, what's her real name? J-Lo, Jennifer, not Lawrence, Lopez. She was crediting Ben Affleck for helping her see herself differently recently. Anyway, sometimes that could be a thing. Like someone might be wondering why they keep attracting jerks or manipulators, or why they're getting no traction in dating world whatsoever while other people are rocking it. Even while they're doing the things you're supposed to be doing, like focusing on a list of traits and qualities of what they want in a partner, or visualizing, or affirming. But none of those things can do them any good if they're operating from a place of, I'm not lovable. You know what I mean? I don't know that it would be called referred pain. I don't know what the term is in manifesting when this happens, but it's kind of frustrating because someone might point to their lack of romance where their problem is, what they should be focusing their attention on, but it really stems from a different vibration than that. What's another example of how this can happen? Say someone was having trouble manifesting, for example, fabulous tech support. One might be inclined to check on their alignment process for that desire of creating good tech support in their life. But what if the real kink has nothing to do with tech support? In fact, the real kink might be further down the line in that they don't know how to have an easy and smooth running business or something like that. It's easy to think the issue is their bad tech vibe, but that referring pain thing, it might actually be that they don't do easy. They do working for it, or the long way, or the hard way, or the roundabout way, or the gotta do it myself way. Who knows? But the point is we're focused on one thing, like this is the problem, but really it's sourced from something else entirely. By far and away where I see this happen most often is when I get hired for someone to help them create clients or a job or maybe sales of something like a book or artwork or something. Or it could even be winning the lottery or day trading or real estate sales. It could be a variety of things, but they're having a heck of a time getting clients or getting a job or making a profitable trade, which leads them to think their issue is they got something wrong with their client vibration or their sales vibration. But really, the true source of this vibrational kink is that they actually don't know how to have money. Like they have money issues. They know money lack. They know money troubles. They just don't know how to have money. And that's repelling clients or job offers or winning lottery tickets because their money vibration is what the real source of the issue is. So I'm just talking about how there can be a vibrational kink in one area of life that shows up in another. And look, that's not surprising because everything's energy and everything is connected. But it can be helpful to recognize this when it's in place so that we can point our focus where we're going to get more effect from it. Just like those healers knew, this is nothing wrong with my fingertips. This is something originating somewhere else. And this phenomenon is different than like getting a payoff or benefit that sometimes arises from not getting what we want. Like, the payoff for not getting clients is that we have more free time, or the payoff for not having a significant other is personal freedom. That's a different thing and a different resolution. But for this one, for referred kinks, maybe that's what we could call it. I don't know. One way to resolve it, and this isn't the only way, there can be other reasons that something like this could be afoot, but one thing you might try is this. Just ask yourself, what comes after you get what you want? And do you know how to have that? Do you have good alignment with that? Like for clients or sales or job offers or lottery wins, do you know how to have money? Or maybe it's not just money, maybe it's the responsibility that comes from delivering on something once you've been engaged for it. Do you know how to hold that responsibility? Do you know how to be comfortable with it? Or for relationships, what comes after you get what you want once you've got your dream come true partner? Do you know how to be loved? Or for weight loss or physical healing, do you know how to, what is it that you want? Do you know how to be attractive, or do you know how to feel good about or in your body? Or if you're calling in tech support or helpers for your business, do you know how to let it be easy, Jeanette? Or maybe you could just simply ask yourself, do I know how to have what I want, what I really, really want? Like whatever it is that comes on the heels of this manifested desire, do I know how to have that? Because a lot of times we're focused on what's in essence a middleman, and we get hung up in creating that when the fact is we really don't know how to have what we think that leads us to next. Like we're trying to lose 20 pounds, but do we know how to love our bodies? Or we're trying to manifest a dream house, but do we know how to live in luxury? Or we're trying to manifest a best friend, but do we know how to share our lives with another person, to be vulnerable, to be available? This is why Abraham, among other teachers, often suggest that our best route to alignment to whatever we want is to just find a way to feel better in general. Because in theory, that can resolve anything that's kinky. Just find a way to feel better. You don't have to go figuring it out and tracing it back. Just address the whole overall system by activating a feel-good vibration in general. Okay, sometimes that works. Abraham has also said that every subject is right where you left it. And sometimes some of our subjects don't move if they're in sticky places. So that's why it can be helpful to pinpoint the issue, the source of the issue, as the swiftest way to create powerful change. You know how to know the difference? Your guidance will know. Or if you've been doing one approach and you're not loving the results, then try something else, because it doesn't take long. Once we edit our vibration, we'll see changes in real life really quickly after that. And by really quickly, I mean a matter of days, 2 weeks at the longest. It does not take long for us to get the results from a shifted vibration. The essence of what I'm saying here is that sometimes the vibrational block that's holding up our progress isn't what we're actually even looking at or addressing. The same way pain in your left arm sometimes means something's up with your heart or something's up with your spine. So if you are feeling frustrated with a lack of results despite all your best alignment efforts, you might be pointing your alignment efforts in the wrong area. It might be worth looking further down the line or up the line, depending on how you're thinking about it, just to see if it's something else altogether that really needs the frequency adjustment. And for anyone who's listening to this who might be suspicious that, you might not be getting clients or sales or orders because you've got some sort of money dysfunction, we're resolving that together in my new Tuning to Money program that starts on June 25th. It's part of my Vibration Bosses series, and it's specifically for those who run their own show or have a side hustle that has more possibility than you've tapped from it yet. Because a lot of times the reason we're not rocking it in business is because we've got a weird thing with money that once we get that straightened out, it makes it easy. It makes for smooth sailing to get clients and profitability rolling that we've never seen the likes of before. You can get details on this and enroll at tuningtomoney.com, but the gist of it is I'm going to guide you in identifying your 3 biggest money blocks and then help you create a customized plan to resolve those blocks. It is a personalized solution at a group price where you also get the benefit of group energy and momentum. So visit tuningtomoney.com to enroll or email me if you have questions. And if you've ever done anything with me before, I like small groups, especially when we're talking about something as personal as money. So this is a great chance to get my personal input on a topic that many of us hold dear and have room for improvement on. I'd love to see you there if it sounds like your idea of a good time. In the meantime, thanks for listening, everyone. I hope you got some inspiration from this episode, and happy manifesting until next time.